I know what I'm talking about. Hell, I was here. How old you think I'm is? TL knew better than to answer. I was a grown man when your great-granddaddy come along. Who could challenge him? Me and your great-grandpa used to run together. We'd come to town on Saturday afternoons, and there'd be people everywhere from all around. We'd get to play with kids we barely even know. We'd get to eat Mr. John's homemade ice cream. It was a nickel a scoop. And I mean a great big old scoop. Some Saturdays it'd be 50 or 60 kids in the middle of town playing while the grown folks talked to handle business. We had all kinds of stores. We had dry goods, grocery, hardware, blacksmiths, restaurants. 2 or 3 of them. And they was owned and run by colored folk. Shit, wasn't no white folk around here. Not back then. Hell, it wasn't even called Swamp Creek. Really, Uncle Jesse Lee? What was this place called then? Uncle Jesse Lee smiled. We called it Black Haven. That's what it was called. Black Haven. Why, Uncle Jesse Lee? Because colored people come from all over Conway and Yale County. Come right here to do business. And when I tell you they came. About hundreds, miles all around. You believe what I tell you? Black Haven was the last train stop, the last one before you get to Fort Smith. It was the only town around with a colored school that went from the first plumb through the 12th grade. Most children didn't go regular, but some did. You could come from Hattie'sville one direction, Happy Bend the other direction, Hickory Hill this other way, Kenwood this other way, Willow Oak this other way. Boy, I'm telling you, Black Haven was something else. There was 11 different towns all around, each with its own road leading to the center of Black Haven. Uncle Jesse Lee went on to explain that one could enter from the north by 3 different paths, or what he called gates, all of which crossed the Jordan River. From the west, he said, folks would have to pass over to Old Williams' place. That's how they came then. Then from the south, he pointed that direction, folks came on the Old Palmer Trail. So they had just one way to get to Black Haven? No, they had 2. The people he liked, he let use the road. But the colored folks he didn't like, they had to walk through the swamp. Of course, now there's a highway 13 coming in from the south, but it was too far out of the way back then to be useful. Folk didn't start coming that way till I was almost a grown man. You can't imagine it, boy, but I'm telling you, it was something else. Just children everywhere. Swamp Creek ain't what it used to be. Just a shadow of old town now. But I'm telling you, once upon a time, going here was like coming to heaven. TL laughed. I lied! It was black doctors and lawyers and school teachers and business people. We didn't need no white folk for nothing. Hell, they come to us when they needed something. You young folks don't know who y'all is. That's the problem. Y'all come from great people. The mistake most young folks make is thinking that what we is now is what we always been. But that ain't so. Why you think they call the place Black Haven? Didn't you already answer that, TL thought? Because of what we looked like when we stood together. That's why. People's come here from miles around to pour into something they believed in. While we was together in town, fellowshipping and talking, couldn't nobody bother us. We was one people, strong. Couldn't nobody do nothing. Couldn't nobody outdo us in nothing. I mean nothing. You see that little boy Ezekiel? You see that little boy, that brilliant little boy? That's how we all used to be. That Ezekiel, that boy's going to be something else. And he going to get there because you going to teach him. TL said, me? You! That's what God sent you back here for. Don't you? I know his people. Knowed all of his folk. That little boy, that Ezekiel McDaniel. That depression came through here. Seemed like it wiped out most of the families, but not all of them. TL rose to leave. Uncle Jesse Lee said, I'm going to just tell you this, boy, before you go. God's getting you ready for a great work. I know because you look and sound like an old man. Whole lot of people's lives going to be changed just because of you. But you remember this one thing. When God lift up a man, he going to prune him first. You ain't going to get to represent God half-stepping. I know that much about God. Yes, sir, TL said. And one more thing. Don't fight him when you figure out where he's sending you. Because wherever he's sending you, I guarantee you, it's going to be heaven.